Have you ever pondered the intricacies of popular Christian beliefs? There is a particular doctrine that has sparked endless debates for centuries and continues to intrigue minds today. This is the belief in the rapture, a supposed event where all Christians will be taken up to heaven, leaving the rest of humanity behind. But what if this belief is not as grounded in truth as many would like to believe? The concept of the rapture is often tied to a verse in the book of Matthew. It says, "Then shall two be in the field, the one shall be taken and the other left." This verse has been interpreted to signify a sudden and dramatic event where believers are whisked away. But is this interpretation accurate? To answer this, we must delve into the origins of this belief. The idea of the rapture is not universally accepted among Christian denominations. It is primarily a product of dispensationalism, a theological system that emerged in the 19th century. John Nelson Darby, an influential figure in the Plymouth Brethren movement, is credited with popularizing this belief. Darby suggested that the second coming of Christ will occur in two stages, the first of which will involve the sudden removal of all believers from earth. This interpretation, however, is not universally accepted. Many biblical scholars argue that the verse in Matthew is often misinterpreted. They suggest that it should be read in the context of the preceding verses that draw a comparison with the days of Noah. Just as in Noah's time, when the flood came and took people away, so will the coming of the Son of Man be. Here, those taken away are not the righteous but the wicked. The idea of a rapture, they argue, is a misinterpretation. Further, the term rapture itself is not found in the Bible. It is derived from the Latin word rapturo, used in the Latin Vulgate translation to interpret the Greek word harpazo, which means to snatch or take away. However, this interpretation has been stretched to fit the narrative of a mass ascension of believers, a concept not explicitly outlined in the scriptures. So, what have we learned? The belief in the rapture, as commonly understood, is not as clear-cut as many assume. It's a product of specific theological interpretations that emerged relatively recently in Christian history. It's based on a verse in Matthew that, when read in context, does not necessarily support the idea of a mass ascension of believers. And the term rapture itself is not found in the Bible, but is derived from Latin translations of the original Greek text. In the end, it is essential for each individual to critically examine these teachings and their origins. After all, faith is a personal journey, and understanding the nuances of our beliefs helps us navigate it more effectively. It is not about discarding faith, but about enriching it by seeking a deeper understanding of the Scriptures. In conclusion, the belief in a rapture, where believers are taken up to heaven, leaving others behind, is not as grounded in scriptural truth as some might think. It is a product of 19th century dispensationalism, based on a specific interpretation of a verse in Matthew. This interpretation, however, is not universally accepted among biblical scholars. It is crucial to approach such beliefs with a critical eye, seeking a deeper understanding of the scriptures to enrich our faith.